Hi everybody, welcome to another video. This is a reviewing my collection. This is Marillion, Script for a Jester's Tear, the newly released CD Blu Ray box set. Came out, was it start of April, was it? I can't remember. This of course is a top quality review giving you all the proper details, as you can tell. This is available as well as a vinyl box set, which is astronomical in price, and because most of that is taken up with the cost of the vinyl, that's live recordings. I'm not particularly a huge live recordings fan of a lot of stuff. It's like, if you got some, fine. Do you need every live recording they've ever done? No, not really. We have the two live ones there, and here we've got the original album, and we have an EP, which is the Market Square Heroes EP. Plus, on that one, they put Charting the Single, which was I don't think it was recorded on that included with that EP originally. I think it was just released separately. Script for a Jesters Tear, Marillion, their very first album. I have this on vinyl already. I like Marillion. Fish era Marillion is my favourite era of Marillion, though I love Hogarth era. As and when I do a top 10 Marillion songs, it have to be split into two: the Fish era and the Hogarth era. Why? Because I started looking at it, I got about 8 songs. I went, yeah, these are stunning, these are awesome, these have to be included. I went, there's no Hogarth era ones in there. I'm very much a Fish boy. Because I love Marillion and I love early era Fish. The first album I got from them was Fugazi, and I quickly, soon after, got a vinyl copy of this. I've also got a picture disc. I'm so sad. And I had to get this because, hey, it's a little future-proofing in case my disc ever goes. You know what? I'm finally going to scratch. I've scratched. But also this came with the EP, like I say, with Market Square Heroes, 3 Boats Down from the Candy and Grendel on it, which I originally got on tape, on the B-sides themselves, cassette. The CD album itself, which features 6 songs, has itself been remastered, remixed, and does have a slightly fuller sound than the original. It does feel a little more woo than the original did, but I'm not really one of these production snobs or people who need the oral perfection to actually enjoy a piece of music. I mean, I was brought up during the new wave of British heavy metal, where production was like, what's that? Don't you just hate it when a battery runs out of juice and you lose your train of thought and because you have to change the battery? Well, that's what's just happened right in the early part of the review. But shall I restart all over again and actually make better sense than I was making? Nah. Anyway, this beautiful little hardbound special edition comes with a nice little booklet, nice little pictures, the full lyrics of course, and a story of the making of Script for a Jesters Tear, basically the development of Marillion themselves, who started off as Marillion and where they got to. Of course, at this stage, the drummer, what's his name, Mick Pointer, yeah, was the only remaining original member, and he left soon after this was done. Of course, you can also enjoy the Blu Ray, which also comes with this, which has got a documentary on the making of Script for a Jesters Tear, as well as other audio of the, we can have Blu Ray audio, and it's got live Marquee Club on it as well as videos as well. It's just packed. I haven't watched all of the video. Some of it makes, some of it's like not really that interesting. I'll get around to it one day, but I want to get this review out because this review is primarily about the music, but of course the whole package as a whole, is well worth the money. You can probably pick it up for less than 25 quid if you look around, and for what you've got here, you've got 4 CDs packed to the hilt with music, and the Blu Ray disc as well as a nice little booklet. So it's very much value for money, although once it goes out of print it'll skyrocket to a stupid price. For A Jesters Tear, my second album, their first album, and what do I think of it? Awesome album, absolute brilliant album. It's just full of fantastic neo-prog. Marillion, pretty much all the band members love Genesis, as well as other bands as well, but Genesis is one of the big factors for them. Weirdly, I'm not a Genesis fan. Heard some Genesis, I've got an album by Genesis, old Genesis, and with Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins Genesis, both make me go, it's never just gelled for me, for whatever reason. Yet Marillion, who take a lot from Genesis, bloody adore them. But of course I came to Marillion first, and Marillion in the Fish era especially, have a lot of bite. They've got a punky attitude to their sound, and of course Fish's vocals sort of spit out at you on a lot of occasions. And let's talk about the music. Basically 6 songs on this album. What can I say about them? The promo song is He Knows You Know, and He Knows You Know is my least favourite song on there. It's a good song, but compared to all the rest of the songs, I mean all the rest of the songs, it's a bit ordinary. The other least favourite, but one that people go like, that's their favourite, is Garden Party. It's a nice whimsical little song, very surreal, fairly dark in its lyrical tones, but then it is Fish writing the lyrics. While I like listening to it, I leave it on the album. If I'm going to play some songs, if I'm going to play the album, I play the whole album. Nothing makes me go, well, I want to skip part of it. All of it gets played. Garden Party is my next least favourite. Leaving favourites, Script for a Jester's Tear. Well, come on, title track is a stunner. What a fantastic opening. And the final song, Forgotten Sons, which was the very first Marillion song I heard because it was on the Old Grey Whistle Test, and I used to get to see that. Got to see a few of those in my time because they were recorded on VHS. Forgotten Sons is a bloody damn good song, basically about the troubles in Northern Ireland. Both of those songs fairly lengthy, both of those songs very, very well written, very well put together, and both of them are possibly 2 of the most famous songs on that album of the length they are. But also the 2, what would you class them as, deep cuts, The Web and Chelsea Monday, are also just wax lyrical. They are superb. And I've done Chelsea Monday as a little listen to. I found a live one. I wasn't sure if it was live in studio or live, but it turns out it's live because the picture showed Steve Roffery that looked with some stacks behind him, but it didn't look like it might have been a live one, as in out with a crowd in front. But it was. Turns out it was. So I made a fool of myself there as well. But anyway. So if you want to listen to Chelsea Monday because you've never heard this group and want to go, what they're like, well, I just told you what they're like, but go and have a listen with me anyway, because you might go, he's not telling us like it is. But like I say, neo-prog band, possibly the neo-prog band, if you're going to have to class it as neo-prog like some people do, like some journalists do. For me, they're a progressive rock band in the classic mould that do a better job. They do a job for me. They produce the sounds that I want to listen to, and they do it very, very well. The EP that comes with it, these songs of course were written at around the same time or before the Script for A Jesters Tear stuff, and they show the reason why they're not really good enough to have gone on that album. Market Square Heroes is the best one. In fact, I would have brought it on instead of He Knows You Know. But you can see why they might have gone like, no. Free Most Ever the Candy, sort of, it's okay. And Grendel is one of those classic live sort of things that has a lot of different elements to it, but it's never really caught on with me. I mean, I've listened to Grendel for, I mean, 30 years, 30, 40 years. It's getting closer to 40 years since this album came out. Not quite, but I heard Grendel before I bought For A Jesters Tear. Thought it was alright. Ultimately, this album is chock full of wonderful progressive rock, wonderful traditional progressive rock, if that's what you want to class it as. You know, there's sorts like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis, all those sort of groups that came out in the 70s. A similar sort of style has been taken by Marillion, twisted it up, add a modern sheen, get Fish out there spitting bile and hate and despair and loss, and you've got a quality piece of prog rock. And I would recommend listening to Marillion, For A Jesters Tear every day of the week, especially if you like this sort of thing but never got round to listening to Marillion. So, like I say, check out with me on Chelsea Monday, and I'll see you for another review. Hopefully this one was shorter than my normal ones. I'm trying to compress it. I'm trying to not concentrate so much on each individual song like I've done in the past, to try and make these a little bit quicker and make people say, oh, I'll stay longer. Hopefully you did. Did you? If you want to have more reviews from me, don't forget to like the video. If you don't want more reviews from me, don't forget to like the video. That way I'll still do some. That's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoy Marillion. If you've never listened to Marillion, listen to it with Chelsea Monday. Tell me what you think. And if it's negative, then yeah, I'm the negative one. Bye.